In this video, you will see an example of computing population standard deviation. The ages in years of the 5 employees at a particular computer store are 30, 39, 39, 37, and 45 years old. Assuming that these ages constitute an entire population, find the standard deviation of the population and round your answer to 2 decimal places. I already provided the formula here that will allow us to compute standard deviation. The formula says that we need to find the difference between each element in the data set and population mean, and that difference has to be squared. We're going to do so for every element until we reach the last nth element. These squares later are added, and the sum is divided by the population size of uppercase N. When we're done computing this quotient, we need to take square root of that quantity, and this results in standard deviation. Here's a shorter format of the same formula. We're using sigma notation to indicate that we are looking for a sum of all elements where each element is identified by a subscript, or its position, I guess, first element, second element, third element, fourth element, fifth element, and so on. So each element will have to subtract with the population mean. Those differences will be squared and then added, and then we divide that quantity, that sum, by the population size and square root that quantity. Let's see what that will look like for our data set. First of all, we need to know what the population mean is. The mean is computed by adding all elements in the set and dividing by the size of that set. In this case, the entire population has size 5. So I'm adding these 5 quantities, getting a sum of 190, dividing by 5 gives me a population mean of 38. Now I am substituting all information I have into the formula above. My standard deviation will be first element 30 minus mean, square that difference. Second element 39 minus mean, square that difference. Continue like that through all elements. When I find these differences, I get negative 8, 1, 1, negative 1, and 7. Don't forget to square each one of them. And when I square these quantities, I got 64, 1, 1, 1, and 49, and all of that divided by the size of the population of 5. The sum is 116 divided by 5, take square root of that fraction, and you get something like this, 4.816637, and digits continue on. Remember directions to round to 2 decimal places. A 1 will be impacted by 6 and will increase by extra 1, so my standard deviation is approximately equal to 4 and 82/100th when rounded to 2 decimal places. Of course, you don't have to compute all of this manually. You could just type all of this into a calculator and let it compute this quantity for you.